Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome to Make It Yourself Monday. I'm glad you're joining us. If this is your first time, take a look at my personal profile, search Make It Yourself Monday, and you can find all my videos. Basically what we do on Make It Yourself Monday is I'll show you how to make something with your Young Living oils. A lot of times it is a healthier, chemical-free option than a product you might already be using, and it's most of the time always much cheaper to make it yourself, plus you know what's in it. Hey Caitlin. So this one is something that I use a lot of, especially I make a lot of these during the winter, and what they are is oil pulling shapes. If you have never heard of oil pulling, oil pulling has been around for over 3,000 years, and studies have shown that oil pulling prevents plaque, gingivitis, bacteria, all that stuff that can cause bad breath and other things going on in your mouth. And basically what you do is you put, most people, if they don't make the shapes, they take a spoonful of coconut oil and then you just put it in your mouth and you swish around. The goal is like 20 minutes. If you can even do 10 minutes, that would be so good for you. I try to do about 20 minutes. And I know it seems like a long time, but I do mine and then I either, get ready for the day, get dressed, do laundry, do something where I'm not sitting there thinking about it. Hey, Jordan. And then you can get it done. And at first, be honest, I don't like coconut flavor at all, so it's a little hard, but honestly, once you do it and you can add oils to it to make it more flavor, just do something else, distract yourself, you can do it. Trust me, it'll feel so good. So basically how it works is the microorganisms in your mouth, they have cells that are covered with a fatty membrane, and so when those cells come in contact with the coconut oil, which is also a healthy fat, they stick to each other. So when you swish, basically the coconut oil draws the microorganisms like from all the between your teeth and the corners, under your tongue, and then when you spit the coconut oil out, it basically took the bacteria with it, so it kind of the coconut oil picks up all the bacteria and then it comes out. So it's a really good way of getting toxins, and it's not just stuff in your mouth. If you have acne, a lot of other things, even headaches and allergies, a lot of people have reported that have gotten better by oil pulling, because it's pulling toxins out. So it's pulling toxins from not just your mouth, from all over your body. So it's super helpful if you can do it. The only thing I need to use is coconut oil, and then I'm going to use Thieves and Lemon Vitality. These come in your starter kit, so if you just have your kit, you can do this. And the Vitality labels means that they're approved by the FDA for ingestion. So even though you won't be swallowing it, it's safe to go in your mouth. I actually use these two to make tea a lot. A couple other options you can do spearmint, you can do peppermint. Orange oil is a natural whitener, so if you want to do orange oil, it tastes really good. Another good one for the Vitality is clove. If you got clove free on Essential Rewards last month, you can use your clove for that. And those basically just amp it up. So you got the coconut oil pulling benefits, plus you got the benefits of your oils. I love making mouthwash with these too. They're so good for your mouth, your oral health. So coconut oil, you want to look for organic, cold pressed, unrefined. I think that's about it. Organic, cold pressed, unrefined. So all I do is I've already pre-melted it. Now if your house is hot enough, this is why these oil pulling shapes don't work as well in the summer, because coconut oil melts, I think, at 77, 78 degrees. But you can keep them in your fridge too. So what I did is I took a bunch of I got a big tub of coconut oil here, and I just melted it in my pan on the stove. And I don't measure it out exactly, but I melt about enough for this many shapes. This is just a silicone mold. I would say each shape is probably, maybe like a tablespoon for each shape. But you can use, I've even thought about using ice cube trays. But I just use these for other things. So I have a silicone thing. So I'm going to take my lemon and my Thieves. You can either pour your melted coconut oil in all these and then put however many drops you want in each one. I like to just stick it in my container. So I do about, I've got what, 4, 8, 12. I've got probably about 20 shapes here. So you can do about a drop for each one. That might be a little excessive. I'm just going to pour but it won't hurt you or anything like that if you do a drop. And when I don't make my shapes ahead of time, I just take a spoonful of coconut oil. I usually just drop a couple drops of whatever oil I'm using. So then I'm just going to mix my essential oil in with the coconut oil. And then I'm going to make a big mess and pour it in here. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of fill the shapes. I fill them almost all the way up. If you're just kind of starting out, I would just do like halfway filled up because it'll just be less in your mouth. And what's going to happen is once you put these shapes in your mouth, they'll just start to melt. So just the heat of your mouth, what I like to do is kind of bite it up a little bit and just start swishing and it'll melt. Distract yourself, do something else so you don't think about it. And then when you spit, do not spit in the sink, spit in the trash because obviously coconut oil will harden and you don't want that in your drain. I know some people do it in the shower. You can swish in the shower, just don't spit in the shower would be my recommendation unless you want to pay a plumber. So all I'm going to do is just fill up the rest of these, and I actually did this, what do they call it when they do cooking shows and they like put the thing in the oven and then they pull it out already done? So I did that for you guys. So this is what they look like when they're done. They're just solid, hard shapes. Oop. And I like to just store them in a mason jar. So if it's cool enough in your house, you can just stick this mason jar with a lid in the bathroom. I usually oil pull, not every morning, I would like to, but I try to do at least 3 times a week in the morning. And if it's kind of hot in your house, you can just stick it in the fridge. And then when it's time to do it, you don't have to get your big jug out and do your oils and spoon and everything. You can just grab a shape that's already pre-made, stick it in your mouth, and swish for 10 to 20 minutes if you can do 20, and spit it out, and you'll feel so much better, guys. If you oil pull already, comment below. If you think this is totally nutso, comment some emoji or GIF or something about that. If you are going to try it, tell me below. I know it seems crazy, but it really works, guys. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and please feel free to share. Have a great week, guys. Bye.